Hello, this is Christine with Cocoa Daisy, and today I wanted to show you how I set up my planner for August using the Cocoa Daisy planner kits and some of the memory keeping kits. I kind of use supplies from all of it in my planner, and also I've started doing some of the memory keeping in our Simple Dory, so I'll show you a quick flip through of that as well. And if you're new to Cocoa Daisy, that's one of the beautiful things about our product, is that all of it coordinates. So whether you memory keep, or if you are a planner, or if you do kind of a hybrid of both, if you do memory keeping in your planner or or in one of the Dory booklets, then it all coordinates. So that's the beauty of Cocoa Daisy each month, is that all of the product can be interchanged and used however works best for you. So I'm really late in getting this video out. I apologize. It happens probably about every other month. I'm late in the month as opposed to getting it to the beginning of the month. I apologize for that, but there's always useful things. There's always ideas that you can use each month that aren't just specific to the August kit. But I hope you still enjoy it. And I hope you've enjoyed, if you do have our August kit and you've been using it this month, I hope you've had as much fun with these beautiful bright colors as I have. I wanted to just start out with, I'll show you which planner I picked for this month. I wanted to go with a real kind of bold and bright planner. So I used the gold Kikki K, and it's very shiny. In fact, it even came with a polishing cloth to get the fingerprints off. But this has been a lot of fun, and I thought it went really well with the colors this month. To me, the colors this month and the theme are so perfect for summer. They're bright and happy, because to me yellow is probably the happiest color you can have. It's just sunshine, so that is why I love yellow so much. And daisies, I don't know why we've not done daisies sooner, because, well, you know, Cocoa Daisy. So, but I thought that mixed in with the yellows, and there's a bit of pinks and corals, and then the real pretty green. So I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. Just to kind of go over the pocket a little bit, I made a lot of clips from the die cuts this month. We had a ton of cute die cuts in all of the kits, and so I kind of took some from the memory keeping kits as well. I made some of them are actual little clips, and then some of them I just kind of tucked in here. And then in the, I think it was the Planner Classified kit, we had a set of these 3 bows, ribbon clips, and I put a couple of those throughout too. And the fun thing, we've started doing these a couple times now, and what's fun about these is that they're just custom printed. So they're custom printed little ribbons that match the kit perfectly. One of the other clips we did to match our little teacup is a little rubber clip of a teacup with a daisy. And then you'll see a couple spots where I used these little mini black clips. These were in the 2 memory keeping kits, and these are just adorable. They're cute for just kind of, they don't take up a lot of, or they don't make a lot of bulk in your planner, but they're really cute. So I did those as well. And then I tucked just a few cards in here. Some of the cards I turned into tags, because I always enjoy doing that. We have our little Simon as the Mad Hatter card. He was in the Planner Classified, so that one was cute to add in there. There was a daisy charm in the main kit, in the main planner kit, and I attached that to the little zipper on here. I thought that was cute. Another place you could attach it is on the pencil pouch that we had this month. Is this pretty honeycomb pattern, and I just put it right there on with the tassel, so you can see that. So loved that pouch this month. It has that real pretty gold foil. So, and then a few other things. I had these kind of brads in my scrapbooking stash, and I just cut the little prongs off the back and then took an enamel dot and sandwiched a clip in between them, and those turned out cute too. So I have a couple of those that I made. Another thing as far as clips go that you can do, we had this fun chipboard in the memory keeping kits, and I took some of that and sandwiched a couple between a clip as well, so that makes a cute clip. And then another thing you can do if you have buttons, so I had some pretty buttons, see if you can see those, there we go. And those are always good to turn into clips. So I made a real pretty kind of a bright coral clip, just sandwiched between a little piece of glittery cardstock and a clip. And I use this E6000, which is a nice strong adhesive. That's what I use when I make most of my clips. That's a pretty good strong adhesive. So I'm just going to page through and just point out a couple things. It's going to be kind of a quick video because I'm trying to move on to September. So I need to get September set up so that I can actually get you the September video on time. So, and as I always do, if you're familiar with our videos, my setup is pretty much the same each month. There's some basic things that I do every single month because it's just what really, really works for me. And so you may notice a few things that you've seen me do before. But I always take 2 of each size in my planner just because I like to try things out. I like to play around, try and find ideas for you, to show you different ways to use the pages. And then so what I do is I'll take 2 of the tab pages, and one of them I'll cover up the August section and put as my daily to do. And then I like to cover up the calendar just because I don't need to have 2 of them. So I always put a piece of pretty pattern paper there. And I've started tucking in the little packing card that we include each month. It has a little note from me on the back, just explaining a little bit of the process or idea behind the theme for that month. And then it always has some of the pretty artwork on there. So that's the little packing card that you get. And if for some reason you don't get one of those or you want more of this artwork, we include it now in the printable. So there's tons of stuff in these free printables. I always encourage you to download these because you can print out as many as you need. There's so much in these that you can cut out. We've started including these cute little labels, which work perfect in your Simple Dory for memory keeping. And then, of course, there's always pieces on the sides there that you can fussy cut. So there's a lot of fun things. You can make bookmarks, there's note cards, there's tons and tons of stuff. So I always encourage everybody to get those free printables. So here's one of the little bee die cuts that I turned into a clip. He's a cutie. And then I use the dashboard kits, or the dashboard subscription comes in 2 sizes. You'll get the A5, and then you'll also get the personal size. And then what I like to do is I always use the personal size, and then I use that with some pages from the personal size inserts to create my little menu planner or my meal plan. And so I've just attached that here. I added a little die cut, little tag on the top. Here's another example of a clip made with that chipboard. And then I just stamp a few of the little notepad sheets with groceries, and then I use those for my grocery lists. And on a side note, this month there was so many adorable pocket cards, and I used a ton of them in here. So I'll try and point them all out as we go, but I just used a ton of them this month. And that is something that if you want to subscribe to just the cards, if you like to use them in your planner as well, you don't have to buy the whole pocket memory keeping kit to get the cards. We offer the cards alone as like a standalone subscription. So just FYI about that. But I thought this was really cute. It's always tea time, and then there's the little tea bag. So I thought that was just kind of cute to layer in there. And then I use the stripe pages from the personal size as my little menu sheets. You could always use the larger ones in your, or you don't have to mix both of them, but if you get A5 or you get personal, this is a great sheet to use for menu planning. And then one thing I wanted to point out, these were so cute. These were in this sticker sheet was in the classified planner kit. And I loved these little hexagon number stickers. And I wanted to put them as dates on my menu sheets, but just kind of in a fun way. So I kind of staggered them so they kind of lined up, and I thought that was kind of cute. I just wanted to point that out. So I just kind of staggered them a little bit or grouped them. It was kind of fun. So that's there, and you can always put notes on the back, maybe new recipes you want to try. That's a good thing to use the back of the pages for. Or even not necessarily if you don't want to use separate sheets for a grocery list, you can always write your grocery list on the back of those as well. So this section, this is one of the A5 dashboards. And then this month I decided to section off my weekly stripe pages and then my week on 2 pages. So I just made extra little, I used some of the tab die cuts and just made a couple of extras. I just kind of sectioned them off. I found it was easier to flip to them that way. But so here's my weekly stripe. I usually use this as for scheduling or for a brain dump, and you're going to notice that a lot of my pages are blank. I kind of did that. I actually went back and made new ones to show you because mine had gotten really messy and I didn't think that would look really good in the video. So I kind of went back and I made some plain ones to show you, because normally when I film the videos, it's at the beginning of the month and they're not all scratched up and messy. So that's why you're gonna see blank stuff. But I think it gives you an idea of, they look better than all my chicken scratching all over. But anyway, so here is the weekly stripe page. And one of the fun things we had this month is all of the hexagon shapes. And the reason for that is I started out with the hexagon shaped stamps. And if you look, this one's kind of hard to see, but these are just kind of little dots, and then this is a half one. And then these are a little smaller. What it is they're all set up to be able to be layered. So these pieces can go inside of these stamps. You could stamp them in a different color. You could stamp this one in yellow and then the inside little dots in brown to look like a sunflower, or you could use them as a standalone stamp. But the way that they're designed is that they will work with the chipboard and the various stickers that we have, so that you can layer them all. You can layer all of these pieces together. And so there's a couple examples I'll show you of that. So here's where I stamped this hexagon stamp, and then inside of that, then I layered the chipboard pieces. So it makes it super easy to create layers and a lot of interest, and it's a lot of fun too. So that is, and then I had one of our old number stamps that I stamped down the sides of those. And then the pretty vellum that we had in, I think it was the paper add-on, or it was the main memory keeping kit, I'm not sure, but that I just used kind of as a divider page. And I want to show you, so here's another example of that layering. I used a different one of the kind of hand-drawn looking hexagon stamps, and then inside of it I used some of the stickers this time instead of the chipboard. So it's just kind of a fun way to layer. So I'll show you just a couple of these pages. This was another stamp set. This stamp set was in the main planner kit, and it had these adorable little bees and of course some cute little daisies. So those are stamped there. And then I always put a goals page, which is on the kind of the back of the calendar spread. And I always put my goals for that month, so goals for August, and then I write down things that I want to try and get done this month. It's kind of like a to-do list, but it's not stuff that has to get done. It's a goal, it's what you're hoping to accomplish for that month. So that's what I like to use that page for. And then I just stamped, there was a cute little stamp set in I believe this was in the classified planner kit. There's a little teacup and then some words that you can put together to make little sayings. There's a daisy and a couple bees, and then the little bee, the little dotted bee path. So I used that on there. And then the calendar spread, and again, this is plain because I recreated this for you. But I just used some of the die cuts on here, and I used this cute little daisy chain die cut to kind of denote that this is all for shipping week. I always like to do something different each time to kind of denote that. You could always do that with washi tape. You could use we have arrows on some of the sticker sheets. You can always use some of the arrows to show that. There's a number of different things. You could even cut out from the printable again. There's these cute border pieces that you could cut out and use. Just lots of different things that you could use for that. And then of course always washi tape. Washi tape always works well. And then some of them I raised up on a little bit of foam adhesive. So not a whole lot I wanted to add on there. I thought it was nice and bright and didn't need a whole lot of adornment. And then I also made a clip. There was this cute polka dot ribbon in the 12 by 12 memory keeping kit. And I turned that into a cute little ribbon clip. Or a bow actually, because we have the other ribbon clip. And then, this was our little Oopsie Daisy card that we now have once in a while. If you place an order with us and for whatever reason it is not in stock, then we include this little Oopsie Daisy card telling you we're sorry that it's out of stock, and then we just kind of sign that and tell you what it is that is not included with your order. And we hate when that happens, but we hope that that little card seeing Simon kind of breaks the news a little easier. Then I made a cute pocket, and I always make one of these because I like to have my stickers just right in my planner with me. It keeps them nice and flat, and I can get to them, whenever I have my planner open, I can just grab them. So it's just basically a couple pieces of pattern paper, and then I cut a couple more pieces at an angle, and I put them all together, and then I sew it all at once. So I sew around the edge of the pocket. And then I use a border punch, and then I just used a contrasting pattern paper and added the cute little border punch along the edge there of the pocket. Another little bee clip, a little die cut, and then this is just a couple little stickers. Just an idea too, when you use your stickers or even your die cuts, it's fun to kind of run them off the edge of the page and trim them. It just keeps them from looking like they're floating. And it's kind of a design trick to just have them run off a little bit and just trim them. So there's that. And I tuck a couple of cards in there just because I think that's kind of pretty. And then if I decide I want to stick the card in somewhere else, I can. Now, the daily pages, a while back we had someone on our Planner Fans Facebook group mention they would love to know what to do with that first page of the daily pages, because it's normally the back side of one page, and it's like a random page. It's not your daily spread, so what do you do with it? And I had the idea, I don't know why I haven't had the idea sooner, but I had the idea this month to take one of the dashboards and actually adhere it to that page so that when your month starts, it starts on your daily spread. And the way that the pages are designed, and this was another comment we had from someone, so I wanted to point it out. The pages are designed as a spread. So when you look at it this way, this is all one day. It's not one day as in front and back. This is one day. So I took the dashboard and covered that up at the to denote the beginning of the month. And I absolutely loved that dashboard in particular. And then, so here is Wednesday the 1st. This is my first day of the month, and it is a spread. It is two pieces of paper that are for your day. So you've got your 15-minute pickup, which I like to try and adhere to that in the morning. I take 15 minutes, whatever it may be, to put away laundry, start a load of laundry, whatever it is. I write down what the meal is going to be for that day. And then I leave this section for throughout the day if I need to write a quick note or a list or anything like that. That's what I use this section for. Or what I've actually been using it for most recently is to keep up with my Simple Dory. I will jot some journaling down for the day, and also if I print out my pictures ahead of time for my Simple Dory, I'll attach that right here too. And then that way I know what day that goes with. So when I go to my Simple Dory to do my memory keeping, I'll have that information right on the page. And then for your daily to-do lists, I do my first few things that I absolutely must do for the day. I put that at the must do. If I need to call or email people about certain things, I'll write those out. And then my general to-do list. And then if there's specific things that are scheduled for time slots during the day, if the boys have appointments or I have phone conferences or anything like that, then I'll list those items here under schedule. So that's the intent, is that each day you have this spread. So it's all out in front of you. It should cover all of your bases. Another thing that you can use this section for, if your day is broke down very much into hourly segments, if you have a lot of meetings throughout the day or you have things very structured, you could always write that out here as well. So just a little note about how the dailies were intended when they were created. And then I wanted to show you, this is a work in progress. I've already changed this now 2 more times. But I'm trying to come up with kind of a daily schedule that I adhere to keep things a little more structured, and then also to try and build in some important family time, to build in some important crafting time so that I have more time to create things to show you. I'm struggling, just on personal note, I'm struggling with when I curate the kits and I come up with the ideas for the items in the kits each month. I have so many ideas in my head of how I want to show you how to use these products. And my days are so full that that's always getting pushed to the back burner. And so I'm struggling with trying to create a schedule that I have time built in to create so that I can then share those ideas with you. So working on that, that's a big goal, and I'm gonna do it. So, and the back of this, and this actually was a printable. So I just ran that through the printer and added the typed out stuff, and just a few die cuts, another die cut that I created into a little clip. On the back of this, I added one of the note cards from the planner add-on. My little to-do list of things that absolutely must get done this month. Oh, look, and I can cross off August planner video because we're doing that right now, so that's a good thing. And then just add a little tab to that because I thought this one was really, really cute. This was on the planner sticker sheet. And then I took a little tag. I used one of the stickers we have a sticker subscription that is geared toward those who maybe don't necessarily use our inserts, but they use an Erin Condren, or they use a Happy Planner, or some other ring-bound, not ring-bound, spiral-bound sort of planner. So the stickers can be used in those. They obviously can be used in anything. I mean, you can't ever not have enough stickers. So, but that's kind of the focus of what they're meant for. But I wanted to show you, I just used one of the little remember stickers from here. It looks like the little watercolor, which was pretty. And I just put down things that I want to watch on Netflix or Hulu or Prime or whatever, to just kind of keep track of that, because so many times you'll see one and you'll think, oh, I want to watch that, and then you forget the name. So that's my little list to try and remember that stuff. And there's also this cute sheet of washi stickers too. And then I used, where is that? The menu plan stickers that I showed you earlier came from here as well. So that is an option we have. This was just a note card that was in the planner add-on that I just kind of layered in here. So I had a lot of layers in here and I thought they were really fun. I'm gonna keep doing that, I think. And then I made a bookmark out of one of the weekly stripe pages because I just thought the colors were gorgeous. Add a little bee sticker, and then we had these fun script acrylic words, if I can grab one, and they were in the memory keeping kits this month. Now they're a little thick to go in your planner, but I didn't mind at all. I don't mind if my planner's real bulky, it doesn't bother me. So I adhered that on there, and I thought that was really cute on my daily to-do bookmark. And then on the back side, I used some of the pattern paper we had from the 12 by 12 memory keeping kit. And then if you'll notice again, here's that idea of layering. So I used some of these stickers again, and then put them inside of the honeycomb shapes. I added a little die cut, and I thought that turned out super, super cute. And again, here is where I mentioned to run the stickers off the edge and cut them, and it adds a cute little design element to that. So that turned out really cute. Another one of the cards, and this one I actually sandwiched 2 cards because I like to have the little calendar card in here so that if I need to make appointments and so on through the day, it's right there in front of me. And then this one I just added a few little die cuts to it. And then my one little word for the year is nurture, and if you've watched my videos, you've seen me talk about this as well. So what I like to do each month is take a card and then add my one little word and then the definition. And then so this is the card, and then all I did was run this directly through the printer and then add that definition right on there. And then I just used some of the little puffy alphas from the memory keeping kit and then added that word there. So that turned out cute. And then the other thing I do with that card is I'll add a few of because we have like 50 sheets in our sticky notepads. So that would be quite a bit of bulk. So what I always do is I take a little note card and I just put a couple on at a time so it's not quite as thick. So, and then I'm just going to page through and show you my dashboards. So most of them are dashboard on the front, and then on the back is a piece of patterned paper, and then a lot of times I'll adhere one of the note cards on there. I subdivided this section with the smaller personal size dashboards. So that's what those are. So you can just see what I did there. And then there's that cute little rubber clip again of the little teacup. And then there's the Betty as Alice. That's our little Betty Bunny. And this card was also in the classified planner kit. The classified planner kit and the classified memory keeping kit are actually set up to be a secret, and so you don't know what's in them. It's kind of a surprise We do have spoiler threads on Planner Fans, our Facebook group. So if you do want to see what's in them, and then a lot of times later in the month we'll post a picture, but at the beginning of the month we keep it a secret so it's a fun surprise. And then just the next dashboard. This one is again that paper from the 12 by 12 memory keeping kit. And then what I did is I took one of the pocket cards and I cut out some of the little honeycomb shapes with the bees in them and put them on. And again, that what we talked about earlier of going off the page a little bit. So there's one in the middle and then just kind of off the page. And I just thought it was a cute little addition to this paper because it's also whimsical and it shows that cute little bee. So I put him on there. And then on this one, I had some of this left over from last month. And if you saw last month, I added this to the bottom of a dashboard and I loved the way it looked so much. I did it again and I'll probably do it again next month because I have some extra little pieces. So, but it's really, really cute. I love the way, even when my planner is closed, usually you have all of your decoration up here on the top. You have all of the cute little bits and baubles hanging off the top. But at the bottom then, it's so cute to have that little pom-pom fringe along the bottom. So I attached that. Our little bee clip, and I don't remember, I think he was in the planner add-on, but I'm not 100% sure. And then a little note card again on the back. And then I used another one of the acrylic words, the acrylic die cut words. And these were just kind of a frosted, we had the black ones and then we had kind of this frosted, I think it was citrus was the color. And I liked how it was real subtle on here. But I thought that was kind of pretty just running across there. That one says sunshine. Another little clip I made with die cut. And then on the back, on this paper, there was just this section that kind of had these distressed looking lines. And I just adhered a die cut there. And then I'll go back. I want to show you something in here. I'll go back to that in a minute. This is the last one. And then just again, another little note card, and there's actually a couple of stickers on there. And then, and I've talked about this before too, we include, once in a while we include these cute pen loops. And they're adhesive, but rather than, because I like to be able to use them over and over, I don't want to necessarily attach it to a dashboard and then it's only used with that month. So what I did is I have a heavy duty piece of acrylic. You could create a dashboard out of neutral paper or cardstock and do the same idea, but I had this piece of heavy acrylic that I then attached it to. So this I can transfer to any month that will go with the yellow. And we've done some in different colors. I think we've had a red one and a blue one, kind of a lighter green. So that way I can use them and almost just about match to any kit we have and just reuse them, which is nice. But I wanted to go back to, so the Simple Dory is something we've had just for a couple months now. I believe starting with September, October, we made a few changes. So it won't look exactly the same as you see it here, but you'll get it's the general idea of how it's set up. So there's always this beautiful first page that has all of the artwork and then kind of this open label area where you can kind of title it if you're going to make this into a mini album or if you want it for each month. So you can just add a little title there. And then it's broke down kind of so that the design part of it is done for you. You don't have to think too much about, you know, where would I put a piece of pattern paper? Where would I put my photo? It's kind of all done for you. And it's also done for you so that you don't have the extra bulk. So if you had wanted to, if you had a plain notebook that you were going to do memory keeping in and you wanted pattern paper, you'd have to add that and it would start to get quite bulky. So this has, as we call it, it's a simple dory. It's simplified the process for you for memory keeping or art journaling or even just journaling. So it makes it super simple to be able to record those memories in a way that is really kind of no fuss. It's just really pared down. So there's areas for just if you have a lot of journaling one day, and do not think that you have to be restricted to this is the first day, this is the second day. Not at all. If you let's say the 5th of August, you had a lot you wanted to journal about, you could put that here, and you could do the 10th of August if the picture goes better here. Do not think that any of this has to be in order. That's kind of a rule that I think should be broken. So, but I'm just going to page through this and show you some of the pretty patterns in here. So you've got the pattern paper on top. You can easily put one photo here, and then journal underneath each one. You could put offset and have one larger photo here and all the journaling here and a title run across. So it's kind of done, like I said, it's kind of done for you. You could offset a photo right here, run a title along here. It's super, super simple. But it's done also so that all of these colors, all of the product from that month's kits will be able to be used in here. So any of the stickers or the planner paper, the note cards, the stamps, the paper and the embellishments from the memory keeping kits, everything will work in here. That's the beauty of having all of the kits coordinate. So there's some beautiful patterns. Some of the patterns are real similar to the papers we have in the other kits. Some are completely different. Some are made just for the simple dory. This one's my favorite. And then there's also some blank ones, so you can be super creative on those pages. And then the back page is always just, again, all art and then our little logo on the bottom. But one of the things that I have always done way back in my scrapbooking years, I was always someone who wanted to plan out or sketch out how I was going to do my layouts. So sometimes at night when I don't have enough time to sit down and actually work in my simple dory, but I'm feeling kind of creative. I just have an hour or I have a half hour, but I want that creative outlet. What I started doing is sketching out what I want to do again. So I wanted to show you kind of what that looks like. So in my planner, I have a section that says design ideas. So what I'll do is I will take a page that I know what the picture is because I've taken the picture and I've written the journaling on that left side of my daily, which is over here. So I've written down some journaling, I've attached a picture so I know that that's what's coming. Then I'll go through my book and I'll find a page that will work with that. So for instance, this one here that I did, and I actually did this in July, but you get the same idea. So this page has all patterned paper, and so what I did for a sketch is I know I'm going to want a title right here, so I sketched that out. And I want my photo here with some journaling underneath, a little piece of washi on it. And so I just kind of mapped out what I'm going to do. So that gives me that little bit of creative outlet at night. And it also then, when I do have a block of time to sit down and work on my memory keeping, I have all my layouts done and I can just breeze through them. I have the journaling done, I have the photo done because I've done that daily, and then I've drawn it out. So now I'm ready to just sit down and put it in there and just go from one layout to the next. I'm not sitting there staring at a blank paper going, I don't know where I want to put the photo. I don't know what I want to say. It's all ready. So I think it's a great organizational tool to help you get your memory keeping done faster. So that's just a little bit of kind of what I've been doing. So you can see all my little sketches and diagrams of what I'm doing there. So that is my layout and my ideas and my planner pages and all of that I have been doing this month. And again, thank you as always for all that you do to support Cocoa Daisy. Thank you for loving our product. Thank you for all the wonderful comments that you guys always share and send us on our Facebook group, and even some of you send us beautiful little emails, and you don't know how much we appreciate all of that. So thank you again. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will try to get to them as quick as I can. And this weekend, I'm sitting down and working on September, so I'm gonna get y'all September's video way before the end of next month. So thank you again, and I'll talk to you soon.